Hello, it's Jack Gill and welcome to Redmen Academy. Obviously, you've probably just seen my starting 11 prediction over on the Redmen TV. If you haven't, I suggest you go over and see that. This is my team anyway, so if you haven't, a bit of a spoiler for you there. As you can see, this is what I've gone with. I've gone with a 4-2-3-1, and that's self-explanatory really, because I think you have to play the players like Pedro Chirivella, who is just awesome against Everton, and you have to play players like Fabinho, who needs minutes in his legs at the minute as he looks to come back fully into fitness from his injury. But if I just quickly take off these first team players as I delve into talking to you about the youngsters, and what I'm going to go through is Yasser Larouci first. Obviously, this is the one that I'm questioning a tiny bit. Obviously, we've got James Milner that's not fully fit. He's obviously picked up that injury against Everton. Yasser Larouci filled in well. He's a bit too attacking for my liking. I see him as a winger. I watch him all the time in the under-23s as a winger, or as a false nine like he's played this season. At left back, I'm not too convinced yet, but it's really nice to know that Adam Lewis is obviously now back from injury, and maybe we'll see him getting into the first team soon. But you know what? Nothing off Larouci. I think he's done a good job of what he's been asked to do when he's been filling in, and I think he's a sensational player, and I think in the future he'll be used more as a winger and more as a nine, but I don't know as much as Jurgen Klopp knows, so I might be wrong there. Neco Williams, look, he's had a fresh trim. Yeah, budget cuts, as I said over on the other channel, means that we had to do this, but you know, I'm only joking. No one really expected the rise of Neco Williams this season. It's just absolutely mad that we have Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's a generational talent, and we have a player like Neco Williams, who is very, very similar in style to him. What can't this man do? He can bomb up the wing, he can put in a beautiful ball, he's an excellent crosser of the ball, and he can defend well too, and that is important from what we like from a right back, and he is sensational, and I think the more you watch Neco Williams, the more you are excited for his future, and he's a bit unlucky actually that he's just got the best right back in world football ahead of him at the same club as him at the minute, because he is one of them new breeds of fullbacks that Klopp loves really. Pedro Chirivella, wow, this man seems like he's been at the club for ages, and he has been here for a while, but you know, he started to put in superb performance that's caught the eye of some, but to be honest with you, he's always been a good player. It's just his work has usually gone under the radar, or he hasn't had many first team opportunities. He's had lots of loans here and there, and he likes to do the nitty gritty stuff, you know, the nitty gritty stuff that Fabinho likes to do, that when Henderson plays in the six that he likes to do, but recently he really has been shining, and I think he has to start purely for his performance against Everton, but also after Everton, for the under-23s against Southampton, you saw him picking that pass, you saw him doing good defensive work. If you watch that game on LFC TV, I know he liked a clip on Twitter of him making an important tackle in the build-up to a goal. He really has been on brilliant form lately. And over to the attacking line, I know these two, everyone is excited about these two. Curtis Jones, young Scouse lad, he's been on superb form this season for our under-23s. The goals and assists he's racked up is incredible, really. He really has been the man for the under-23s to rely on. We saw over on another video on our YouTube, Neil Critchley saying very good stuff about Curtis Jones ahead of the Villa game when I interviewed him, and Harvey Elliott, of course, 16 years old, signed from Fulham in the summer. They're just both superb, aren't they? They're brilliant to watch, and they're both players that have you on the edge of your seat when you watch them week in, week out. You saw Curtis Jones score the winner against Everton. You saw him score the winning goal against Arsenal in a penalty shootout. And Harvey Elliott, you can tell it's only a matter of time before he gets his goal. Obviously against MK Dons, he hit the post and the bar, I believe. He really looked like he was going to find his goal, and I think I am backing him against Shrewsbury to get his first senior goal for Liverpool, and you heard it here first. But that is the young lads that I think will start against Shrewsbury Town. 5 out of 11 isn't too bad at all, and shows the progress of how these young lads are getting on, really. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Bobby Duncan, who's being told this week apparently that he's no longer needed at Fiorentina. You could have been here, Bobby lad. You could have been on the bench. Unlucky. But we'll be back soon, and if you follow us on Twitter at Redmen Academy, we'll bring you live updates of the Shrewsbury game. Obviously, there are other youth football matches going on this week at Liverpool as well, so we'll keep you up to date with live updates on them as well. Thank you very much, and goodbye.